Oh my God, you're killing me. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, and welcome to the Lazy Sunday Morning live stream with the Disney Nerd Herders. I'm Charlie, Stacy, and today we have special guests with us to cover an awesome topic: our favorite Disney resort balconies and balcony views and balcony action, and that needs to go off.
I know, that's why I head upstairs.
That needs to go off. Well, just
I'll be
turn it
right
off.
Balcony.
Bring everyone.
Turn it off.
Let's bring in everybody, shall we?
I'll sit on it.
Just sit on your phone. Welcome in, John,
Merry Christmas.
Allison, Stephen, and Sarah, and Bob and Kelly. I believe
Hi.
everybody knows everybody. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, thanks for having us on.
Turn that down.
We are very excited. We know that there's a lot of people live streaming right now. So
Yes.
thanks for being here. Those of you who made it, we appreciate it. All right, so you're just making your list right now?
No, I'm adding ones that I would like to do.
Oh.
I can't speak on the ones I haven't done, but I'm adding.
These guys probably have done them.
I know. So.
All right. So so today we're going to be covering the our favorite Disney resort balconies. But first, I want to introduce you to our guests. We have John and Allison from Walt For It and the great British Mickey Waffle. Hi, guys.
Hi, thanks for having us on. This is a real treat. It's a real treat for Alison. I've got to say, this is Alison's debut on YouTube.
Oh, all right.
Awesome. Welcome, Allison.
So there'll be a quiz at the end. And we'll see if you pass.
Actually, it is your first time being on our channel. So
Yeah.
whenever we have first-time guests on our channel, at the end, we're going to be asking you. There's a contest. There's a contest that we're doing. We're going to ask you to guess when you think the Tron ride at Magic Kingdom is going to open.
Yeah, you're close to guess.
So we're going to you guys going to think of a date, and the ones that end up being closer to the date, that channel wins a $50 gift certificate for Disney gift certificate. So serious cash.
Yeah, this is like that is serious stuff. We're talking Vegas money here.
So I believe Mickey Scousers and Bob and Kelly they're already on the board.
Yes.
So you guys can think for later on, okay?
Right.
So,
I like it.
in the meantime, would you like to tell everyone about your channel a little bit?
Yeah, this is really turned into something much bigger than we ever really thought. We started a podcast called The Great British Mickey Waffle about 2 years ago, and the podcast seemed to take off rather well. And what we actually found ourselves doing was we then started, because the technology improved, we found different ways of actually recording ourselves. So we actually started putting it up on YouTube. And then it's sort of taken on a new lease of life from there. We're now live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. UK time to waffle on about all kinds of Disney things. And we go live for as long as we can possibly keep waffling on the third Friday of every month, which tends to be the type of show that anything can happen and usually does. We keep recording podcasts. We're still doing a twice monthly podcast, which is available from all the podcast places, but that's also on YouTube as well now. So we've kind of become something much bigger than Alison thought we were ever going to be. She was under the impression it's just a bit of time once a month.
Once a month, yeah, I was told.
and what with us doing the football show on a Sunday night as well, it's tended to be it's just such a lovely way of integrating with an absolutely amazing Disney community, and we're both massive Disney fans. We've sort of two boys up in the Disney way, and it's just to us to share this and to share the whole Disney story with so many fantastic people.
That's my butt.
It's a privilege. It really is. So again, thanks for having us on. Charlie, my mother will phone in a minute, and there's no one to pick the phone up. So I'll have to go on mute. It happens. She knows exactly when I go online.
She knows where her priorities are, huh? Heck with us, right? Man. Anyways, yes. Well, we are glad to have you in the YouTube community, especially the Disney YouTube community. And I absolutely have fun on our Sunday night whining sessions lately, on, our football talk. So before we go on to Mickey Scousers, let me just quickly jump into the chats because there are people here and we want to acknowledge them. Craig's Robotics. Welcome in, guys. Thanks for being here. They're big fans of, big supporters of Avery's I'm Batman series, and those guys are great. James Ryan, Supermod. Thanks, James, for being here. You rock, man. Thanks. Mickey Scousers, of course, are here. Dougie's here. Walter Graham's. Oh, the archive, the old account is here. Lads and lassies, welcome in. Amy's here. AJC, Magic TV, Surf Bomb, welcome in. All right. And I think that's it for now. Thanks everybody for being here. We appreciate it. Yeah, we realize that you have choices. So
it sounded like a Southwest commercial. We realize you have choices when you fly. You were choosing us.
I know. All right, Stephen and Sarah, would you like to tell everybody a little bit about your channel, please?
Yeah, so we're just a little channel from over the UK. We, same as John just said, they're really passionate about Disney. You know, we do live shows now over Wednesday, and do a live show over Sunday with you guys as well on the football. And again, it's just something that's a hobby for us. Hopefully we'll be starting to do vlogs soon, won't we? And but it's a great way of interacting with the Disney community. Found it to be a really good community. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell for us. We're not taking it as a thing to overrule our lives, but you know, it's a great hobby to have, and it's a great way to meet people who have the same interest as us, and we don't have to hear that, oh, you're going to Disney again, kind of thing. And we're talking to people in the community, it's like, oh, when are you going again? It's the kind of conversation which is the ones we love to have.
It's much better having the second conversation.
Yeah, we've got that. Yeah. Lately, we've got that. When are you going again? When are you going again? It was before, like you said, are you going again? What? Yeah. Disney? Now it's like, when are you going back?
Yeah, I get that work too.
Do you?
Yes.
Cool. Well, again, thanks for joining us on today's special talented channel panel. And last but not least, Bob and Kelly. Bob and Kelly, we know you have choices of other streams to be on. Thank you for being here. You want to give everyone
Charlie, but yours is our favorite choice. You're our frequent flyer channel.
Tell everyone a little bit about your channel, please.
Go ahead, babe. Well, we started a couple of years. It'll be 3 years in June. We just started as, I don't know, just see what would happen, and now it's kind of taken a life of its own. It's actually been pretty cool. We've met so many awesome people, like Charlie, Stacy, and others, and it's just, love it. I couldn't think of doing anything else. Yeah, really, honestly. We post 3 times a week. Wednesdays is kind of a free for all. Yeah, more of an informational vlog. You never know what you're gonna get. Fridays we do Food and Booze Friday, where we either mix up a cocktail or restaurant reviews, bar reviews, things like that. And then Sundays are our travel vlog days. Yeah, and we keep trying to keep that up. Yeah, we have to keep going back so we can have more travel vlogs.
Yeah, good excuse.
We do it for our community. Yeah, honestly. And we do love a Disney balcony, so thanks for inviting us on today. But also, we've been doing a live stream every other Friday night. Yeah. So like every 2 weeks, we'll do it.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And that could be anything. Yeah, anything.
Be about anything. All right. Cool. That's every other Friday. I need to add you guys to the list then.
Yeah, we got one coming up on the 4th. The 4th, yep. The 4th, and we're going to be talking DVC. DVC chat on the 4th.
That's awesome. Are you guys one of those sensitive DVC people that when people ask you if it's worth it, you get all huffy and puffy and say,
no.
Of course it's worth it.
No.
I'm afraid to even mention it on some people's chats because
not at all. No, we call it our lake cabin. That's just, yeah. It's not right for everybody, and it is right for some people. So,
it was right for us.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. In regards to the balconies, we were looking for people that specifically, we know that you guys love your balconies because we've seen you on your balconies, we've seen you talking about your balconies, and I wanted to get the input on John and from Welfare and Mickey Scouses as well, because I know they haven't been on a Disney balcony for a while now.
I know. Sorry, guys.
But it'll be fun to talk about, right?
Yeah.
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 So let us start with John and Allison. I said, as soon as I heard her name, I'm like, Allison, that's gonna be so easy because it's the name of the best keeper in the world. That's gonna be so easy to remember. Allison from Liverpool Football Club, of course.
Yeah, the best keeper in the world. I think with my Allison is. I'm not so sure about the one in your. I'll leave that for another time.
So, what would you start off with? What is your favorite Disney resort balcony?
All right, here we go. I'm gonna set the bar quite high to begin with, and I'm gonna start at the Yacht and Beach Club. It doesn't matter which one, but I've got to say there's a limited number of rooms with balconies, and if you manage to snag one of those, it is an absolute joy. And particularly if you get the one that overlooks Boardwalk, because you get the fireworks, you get just the most beautiful scene, and that would really be the favourite one that we've stayed in. And I've got a long list here of places we've stayed, places we've not stayed, and I think in some respects it's one of those ones that it depends what you're actually looking for as well, because we're having kids. The Yacht and Beach Club was just such a fabulous place to stay, just because you were right next to Epcot.
Yes, we stayed at both the Yacht Club and the Beach Club. For those who are wondering, the Yacht Club is the gray one, the Beach Club is the blue one.
Yeah, right.
And welcome in, Ben, from the Great British Mickey
Yeah,
Waffle.
thanks, Ben. Good to see you, mate.
Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate you being here.
I think
you have choices.
Claire from the Mickey Waffle might be joining us as well. I've had a text off both of them.
Yeah. So yeah, we absolutely love the Yacht and Beach Club as well.
Yes.
We were lucky enough one like 6 or 7 years ago. We had a two-bedroom suite with your mother.
Yeah, that was
And
amazing.
That was awesome.
And the balcony was huge.
It was during the Halloween time, and we had gone to a Halloween party because I remember that we stayed there because there was candy everywhere.
That's right. Everywhere you looked, we had candy.
And you probably needed two suites to, two things to.
Yeah.
2 rooms to have all the candy.
The balcony was like 2 full room lengths.
It was awesome.
It was humongous.
It was cool. Anybody else stay at the Yacht and Beach Club?
Yeah, our second home resort is Beach Club.
But I've never stayed at the Yacht Club.
But you've
balcony.
never stayed at the Yacht Club. I do.
I have stayed at the Yacht Club, just not a balcony, not a water view room. You did.
Yeah, that's actually on my list. Yacht and Beach Club.
Water view.
I love that water view. It's so relaxing. It's awesome. We love hearing the boats go by.
Yeah, it is. It's so awesome. The location. I mean, that's why my favorite location is that whole Crescent Lake area. It's like the boardwalk, the beach club, the yacht club. I mean, because you walk right over to Epcot. It's right there.
Right.
You know, if you don't have a lake view, you at least want like an Epcot view, because we've had views where we've had the Eiffel Tower or whatever, where we've had been able to see Epcot side, even though you can't see the lake side. So that's been that's been cool too.
The thing that we on our August trip that we had, the reflection from on the boardwalk side, the reflection of the Beach Yacht Club in the lake. Remember
yeah, that's one of the best shots.
There were no boats running, during that time period. There was no boat. That lake was glass. I mean, I'm surprised there weren't like 10,000 photographers a night on that.
It was amazing. It was
beautiful.
So oh my gosh, I took so many photos. I gotta develop them.
Yeah,
probably blow them up. It'd be nice.
Develop them? Do people develop photos anymore?
Well,
Showing your age, yeah.
we don't have a
Gonna run down to
photo,
Kodak and
photo printer. We don't. So
the
yes,
Photo Shack.
I do have to go to CVS and upload my photos and print them.
Stephen and Sarah, what's you want to give us one of your favorite balconies?
I think I would be pretty biased with our choice. Well, sorry, with my choice. Our DVC home resort is the Poly. So I think our last stay there, we actually got a ground floor view, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we were on the ground floor, so obviously couldn't really compare it to the balcony. But the view, if you get the right view with the Poly, it can be absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Polynesian. We have not stayed
we
there.
have not.
Have any of you guys stayed at the Poly?
Oh yeah,
We just got back from the Poly.
yeah. Poly's our home. Our
Yeah,
first
our
home
other
resort.
first, our other first home resort.
Our first home resort was the Poly. Then we bought, resale for Beach Club.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and you're right, Sarah. It's
you can't beat
you
it.
can't get more relaxing than sitting at the Poly with the tiki torches lit.
I don't care if it's water view or not. Usually all the views from the Poly are good.
Yeah.
Just it's
Yeah.
very lush and green, and it's a nice sized balcony too.
Yeah.
It's a nice size room. I think it's one of the biggest on property in it for DVC.
Yeah, I think it might be. It's awesome.
One of the biggest.
One of the biggest.
Yeah.
It's funny how you guys have bought your second contract at the beach club, because we're looking at a second contract and we're looking at hopefully getting to the yacht club, the same area, because you can't get that 7 months out. You just can't get it. We need a room with 5. So there's only so many places that have 5 people in a studio.
Right.
So getting that at 7 months out is virtually no chance whatsoever.
Mm.
So I think when we get our next contract, it's going to be somewhere around there, isn't it?
Adonitis.
Adonitis, yeah. Because straight to Hollywood Studios or Epcot, either way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why we bought our second contract in that area,
because we wanted to be
Magic Kingdom
Epcot
area and Epcot area.
Yeah.
Good morning, Laura B. And good morning, Kay. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate you being here.
We have not stayed at the
Are we the only
Poly.
ones that are not DVC members here?
No, we're not DVC either.
Good. No, I don't feel so bad. All right.
Yeah, we have not stayed at Poly. It's
Not stayed at
definitely
Poly. We've been to Poly many times with the
for
with the-
Ohana, right?
for Ohana and just looking around sometimes.
I mean, even just looking around, looking out the window, going to Ohana, the views are so like tropical and really pretty. So
Yeah,
I can
it's
imagine.
like being in Hawaii.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is. So
Yeah.
The smells as well at the lobby. The Poly smells in the lobby is just second to none.
yeah,
My favourite smells as well. The
Yeah.
Poly. Wish you could just bottle that up.
actually you can. There's a candle company
There
that
is a
sells
candle
that.
company.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to look for that then, won't we?
That Magic Candle Company. I think they're based here in the U.S. I don't know if they ship internationally. They might. If they're smart, they would. But there's a candle that it's called the Polynesian. It smells exactly like the Polynesian lobby.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of UK companies that do that. I'll give you a message later on and let you know.
Awesome.
Yeah, we spend our life buying candles just as a way of sort of.
Yeah, take you back.
I gotta get the sniff fix.
Yeah. I love that from James, because actually that comment there about being on a balcony at Saratoga and also Old Key West has got some good golf course view rooms as well. But that's, again, we're a big golfing family, and to just be on the balcony and just enjoy watching people play golf badly.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It just makes me feel so much better about my own.
It does. It was like we were at the Old Key West's last trip on the golf course view balcony, and there was one young man who hit it right close to our balcony, and he's like, "I'm gonna apologize for what you've just seen and what you're about to see." And I was like, "Dude, sand trap is right here. You're supposed to hit it here, okay? That's why you designed the course this way."
That's funny.
Yeah, we've never been to either of those places, Saratoga Springs or the other.
We haven't even walked in the building of Saratoga Springs, right?
Yeah,
Nothing.
no.
What was the other one?
Old Key West.
Saratoga's an absolutely massive resort, and it's a beautiful place to stay. And I think on the balcony front, it depends on the room. We stayed one time where we've just basically been overlooking the parking lot, and then it's just had trees. So your sight line from the balcony has been quite limited. So it's one of those, if you do a little bit of homework before you go and try and put a room request in, or a request for a certain block.
Yeah, that's what we did with Old Key West. And what I really liked about Old Key West, the balconies are huge.
Yeah, they're big.
They're massive. You have a full table and 4 chairs. So you could have your breakfast out there, or, cocktail hour. We did a live stream from our balcony at Old Key West when we were there. It was amazing.
Was that the first DVC? Is that why they're all so big?
Yeah, that was the first DVC.
So I heard that's why they're so big. And
then it was the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they don't make them as big as that anymore. So if you look at them, smaller now. We're staying Old Key West in September.
Hopefully.
We've booked a 2-bed.
Hopefully.
We'll keep our fingers crossed for you too.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of my favorite balconies, though, was Bay Lake Tower overlooking the lake. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's on our list.
That's on our list to do, even if it's just for one night.
Yeah, it was like I spent so much time out there when we were there, just watching those boats, because that's a lot of boat traffic there.
Now, which lake? The one that's on the Magic Kingdom side, or the other?
The Bay Lake, the one that's on Wilderness Lodge side.
Really, you like that side better than the Magic Kingdom side?
We have been in Bay Lake on the Magic Kingdom side, and I would prefer the other side.
It's more of a expansive lake view on the Wilderness Lodge side, and you get the boat dock traffic on that side as well.
Oh.
If you sit,
it's awesome at Magic Kingdom if the fireworks are going off, but the boats go all day long, so you get to watch that all the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's neat. I'm picturing hearing the ferry boat honking its horn. On the Magic Kingdom side.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Well, all the boats honk their horns when they come close to the docks, because they're just warning people, and so you get the little Willy Wonka boats out there on the Bay Lake side, and stuff
See,
like
they
that.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, when you talk about the Willy Wonka boats, got the little smokestack and looks like a Willy Wonka.
Did you actually take one of the boats yourselves on your trip?
I'm sorry, say again.
Did you take Did you take a boat yourself? Because you can actually hire a boat, can't you?
We've done that once.
We have done that once before. We haven't done it for a while.
Yeah.
We did was it from the yacht club?
Yeah, it was the yacht club.
Yeah. I don't know if you're able to do it at the moment.
You can't do it right now.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
we did our last trip in, was it August 19th, 2019, which seems an eternity ago.
Yeah.
But it's what a cheap way of filling in an hour.
Right. Yeah, it was awesome.
You go and play with the big boats on on the way to Magic Kingdom, and people come and get rather cross with you and things like that.
Ours. We haven't done the Magic Kingdom one. We've just done the
Crescent Lake,
and I think you can kind of almost go all the way down to Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
With
and then you can go from Epcot to Hollywood Studios on Crescent Lake.
Yeah, we rented a boat from Wilderness Lodge about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
one of those Boston Whaler, the lifeguard boat ones. And we went right out into the lake in front of Magic Kingdom. That was so awesome. It was such a fun time.
We did the water sprites too, didn't we?
We did the water sprites. Yeah, but the one that we did with all 4 of us was much faster and much more easier and funner. It wasn't so hot. You had to cover and everything. It was
nice.
We did the pontoon boat.
Yeah, we did the pontoon boat.
That's what we did. We done it from Polynesian.
We got it from Polynesian, went all the way out to right across.
Highly recommend
stuff like that, and you don't have to worry about the big massive ferry because you have people marshalling you. You will lose that fight.
Shout, get out of the way.
Yeah, to be honest with you, they do actually fishing on there as well, don't they? They say Bay Lake as well, which is something I'd like to get into and do.
I'd like to do that again sometime.
What, fishing?
No, the boat in front of Magic Kingdom.
I know you don't want to do fishing.
No.
Yeah, we should. I think we were going to try doing it in August, but it was so hot, and every time we had like a space to be able to
Well,
do
we weren't
it.
able to do it. They weren't allowing it in August. They
Well-
weren't doing any of that stuff in August.
All right, so 19? Is it
Oh,
19?
2019
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe 19
Yeah,
in
yeah.
July. I don't know. I know we were gonna try doing it, but every time we had a time period where we could, it was in the middle of the day. So we just never did it.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I just add as well? If you DVC, you get 20% discount as well.
Yeah. It takes away the sting a
And it
little
makes
bit.
a huge difference. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I think we get discounts for annual
pass,
passes
but I
as
don't know if it's
well.
that
You do. Annual pass is the same.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so,
that's
yeah,
good.
because we got something and
Yeah.
things like that. All right. So yours was the Bay Lake that you wanted to do.
That was mine. I don't know about her.
On my list, one of my favorites is at Copper Creek Wilderness Lodge. We were lucky enough to have a 1-bedroom at Copper Creek, and they put us, I think, on the second floor.
Second floor.
It was right if you've been to Copper Creek in the courtyard, and you have the little river that runs out to the pool. Our balcony was right at the beginning of the river as it came out of Wilderness Lodge, so you could hear the creek, going, and it was lovely just sitting out there listening to the water. So that's been one of my favorites. Is there at Copper Creek.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Copper Creek, though. You could get these little tiny balconies.
You could get a tiny balcony with the wall that comes up to here. And
Yeah, we actually had to request a room move because it was just ridiculous.
if you're short like me, you're not going to see over the wall. So all you see is brick wall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it was so tiny. It was like your knees touched when you were sitting in the chair, touched the wall.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we had a balcony at the Wilderness Lodge, right? So DVC is Copper Creek is Wilderness Lodge.
It's just on the
like
opposite
across
side.
from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one of Pool View. We loved the one Wilderness Lodge of.
Yes. Well, it was
that
the wasn't it like we had the pool, but didn't it still have like a portion of the stream or something?
It had the pool. It had the
rockways. Or
the stream, and it had the geyser, and it had a little bit of the lake over there. Yeah, so it was pretty good. It was a really good room.
I enjoyed seeing the ducks go in the pool first thing in the morning before people do.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
That was an awesome view.
Yeah.
All right, so which one did you want to talk about?
All right, so my favorite is the Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yes, I had that one too.
We had the last time we stayed there, our view was amazing. It was a safari view, and every morning the animals will line up, and the worker will come, and they have like this back fenced in way that the animals will come across and then start heading out into the savannah.
You felt like Noah?
Oh my god, it was amazing. They lined up every single time the same way.
Like Noah's Ark.
So we were there for 2 weeks. Yeah, pretty much. But it was funny how they all knew who went first.
The animals knew their pecking order.
It was amazing.
It was so freaky.
And they had two
they knew
paths.
who goes next. And it was like no one knows no one's out there staring who's next.
Or ringing bells or anything.
Nothing. They just opened the gate and you had different groups of animals and they all knew who went
and
first.
they stayed together, so it wasn't like a giraffe, and then like a wildebeest, and then this. It was like all the giraffes, and then it was like all the wildebeest. Like, so it was so cool. And they had different paths, but they all met at the same place where they opened up the gate, and then they would walk through, and then they would disperse. And it was just amazing.
And it was the same thing every morning.
Every morning.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and then like we had we also had animals that stayed in our little thing too, right? We had two of like the
buzzards,
the big vulture buzzards, that can't fly because something happened to the wing, but it was so cool. And then we had two other brownish deer like animals. I don't know what they were, but
deer maybe.
They weren't deer. They were something that you wouldn't see like in the woods.
Reindeer?
I don't know. No, it wasn't a reindeer.
Okapi?
No. Anyway, so they stayed in our area, but it was just so neat because you would have workers come and you could hear them talking to like the buzzes and their names. I think one was like Grace and I can't remember the other one. And you could see them like hopping over to them. And then, like, if you stay out there, you can see that there's these spiky,
She died 20 years ago.
there's these spiky things that they're not supposed to go. The animals are not supposed to go past, so they put these like little spiky things to deter them, but they do. So, and then there's like this big brush that they hide in, the brown animals, and you'll have the Jeep person come by and they're looking, and if they do spot one out, they said, "You're not supposed to be out here." It's like talking to like a dog, you know, get over there. It's so, you know, and they all have names, and it was fun. It was really fun.
Very peaceful when you have a.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you have a balcony on the Savannah view, if you're lucky enough to, I don't know, probably all the balconies must have, unless there's some parking lot views. There must be some parking lot.
Yeah, they have standard views and then they have the Savannah views.
Yeah.
So
The Savannah views. I mean, that's like it's so peaceful. It's so awesome. I'd highly recommend if you have the chance to upgrade to a Savannah view, do that because that's so.
Every morning with my coffee, I watch 2 by 2 those animals go through that thing, and it's just so amazing just to see it and how they just do it. You know, they know and they know the time. They start lining up every morning, same time. That's even before the guy shows up at the Jeep.
Wow.
Open up the path.
That's why we bought TVC.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Our first stay on site was the AKL.
Yeah, and we just fell in love with the view.
Yeah, our first DVC stay was at Animal Kingdom Lodge too.
Yeah. If you can touch lucky on Jambo House. We didn't actually pay for the Savannah view, but on you have the crescent, don't you, in Jambo House? It goes like horseshoe, doesn't it? But if you go on the left-hand side where Kidani is, where you can, if you get around far enough, you can actually get a standard view which is overlooking the Savannah. Kidani Village. So you haven't got the Savannah view in the Jambo House, but you've got the view at Kidani as well. So you're actually not paying for the Savannah view, but you're getting one as well on top.
We had an interesting balcony at Kidani Village once. We went, and Bob and I just went for the weekend, and we had a standard view room, and they put us over the roof of Sanaa, but the big vent for Sanaa was right outside our balcony, so our balcony smelled like meat.
It smelled so good. So hungry every time I walked out.
As the animals go by, you're smelling meat.
But it was interesting because it wasn't very pretty to look at. But if you closed your eyes, it was amazing.
You could just sit there and just smell it. You just go, oh, so yummy.
Wow.
You got a waft of the bread service in there as well,
right? Yeah. It was mostly kind of that barbecue.
Yeah,
like they were like cooking on the open grill.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Did you not find yourself being hungry all the time? With
all the time. Hi, John.
Hi, Emma and John. Welcome in.
But it wasn't a bad view because we overlooked the portico where
the front
checked in
entrance
at Kidani.
Yeah, so it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It was just we had that great smell. It was like you said anything outside to dry, it smelled like meat for
your
like
swim shorts
2 or 3
smelled
hours.
like barbecue.
We've stayed a couple times at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. The last time was probably the sweetest though, and because we had encountered bed bugs at the Caribbean beach.
That's why we got the best.
So we got an upgrade for the second week over at Kingdom Lodge. So for free.
That's not cool.
Sophie took one for the team.
Yeah, Sophie got
covered in bites.
Oh no!
Face everywhere. She looked like she was like a leper. Like she had like some sort of a.
But
disease.
we did get the upgrade.
We did for free. Yes, that was wonderful. So they made it up.
Yeah, it was. They definitely kiss your butt when something like that happens.
Something like that, they better kiss your butt.
I mean, she was covered
in bites. Yeah, little
bites.
Oh
my god, I can't. It was horrible.
That was too bad. The rest of us got away with maybe
a couple.
That was
maybe
it.
4,
we got
5.
Lucky.
Yeah, but she was covered head to toe.
They prefer Sophie meat, I guess.
That's what mosquitoes too. For some reason, they like Sophie more than us.
True.
But the thing was, I also was when the workers come to check on the animals or maybe pick up branches that are fallen or whatever, you can yell down to them and ask questions, and they'll stay there and answer all your questions, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And also at that time, they had the night tours. So a Jeep would come around. So if we're sitting outside after the park closed or whatever, you would see a Jeep come around with their headlights and the flashlight and doing like little tours. Which I didn't even know
private
that
tours.
Yeah, I didn't even know
Wow.
that they did it, but you could
That's
hear
cool.
them talking.
Mhm.
You know, this is this. So I knew it wasn't just them looking for the animals. They were actually
Yeah.
doing a little tour. So they like their little headlight on the thing. So that was kind of neat too to watch that as we were winding down the night.
ATJH Travels, welcome
morning.
in, guys. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. And thanks for sharing it out.
I think as well, Stacey, I'll just pick up on one of your points there because we've been fortunate enough. We've eaten in Sanaa a number of times. So it's one of our favourite places to eat. But the cast members who are working with the animals are absolutely, their actual knowledge is so good. But the time that they put aside for you, and it really becomes part of, that's why certainly Animal Kingdom Lodge is certainly a place we'd love to stay at. Just for that savannah view must be amazing. Just every morning, just to be able to see what's going on. But the staff who would spend time and just explain the most minute detail.
Yeah,
they don't seem to be bothered about sort of I need to move on. I've got a job to do. It's giving the guest that insight as to to their role and also to sort of how they actually do. They do look after the animals exceptionally well.
It's like they're their pets. It's, like their own personal animal.
They know them inside out. It's a lovely way of going and sharing stuff. And again, even going to Sanaa, if nobody's actually stayed, if you haven't stayed there, like not like the DVC people, and we've tended to use that of arriving early into Kidani, and then just going and exploring exactly what's available, and just as it gets dark, it just changes the whole thing changes. So I would imagine if you had a room and you were able to sit in your balcony and just enjoy that, just as the sun's going down, would be that certainly would be one of our favorites, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's great when you're sitting there having your breakfast and you're having your coffee.
No.
Right until one of them goes to the toilet.
I knew that was coming.
You knew that was coming, Sarah. Yeah, you knew he was going to lower the tone. You knew it.
I knew it was coming, John. It is definitely up there for us for purely for memories as well. I'd say it was our first. It was the reason why we bought DVC, and just we've got young kids, so for the kids to walk out as soon as we walked in the room, for the kids to walk out into that balcony and just see the animals was amazing.
And the good sized balconies as well. They're not small balconies.
Those are good sized balconies too.
It's not like you're climbing over each other to get to the chair. It's a good sized balcony. But that's sitting there and watching a giraffe just munch on the hay that they hang in the trees. It is an experience. Yeah. And hopefully we'll be going there because we're doing a split stay in September and we've got AKL marked down. First time in Kidani, so hopefully we can have a bit of go with that in September as well.
Mm-hmm. I think the balconies is a big part of my trip.
Yeah.
It is that balconies help me relax and kind of slow down, take in the moments. It's a huge piece of my trip, I think. And I could definitely tell, like this past year, we stayed at we did the Pop Century. So this is on a balcony, and I could definitely feel the difference,
Yeah. Part of our vacation, part of our trips, we do a vlog every morning of the trip.
Yeah.
So we do like a status vlog, or we go live to recap the night before, and we tell everybody where we're going to be that day, type of thing. So it's so much easier going out to your balcony than having to go look around for an empty table, like out in Pop Century, whatever. Yeah. Even those cool things out there, there's cool views and stuff. But then you're out there, you're competing with the leaf blowers and the lawn mowers and all these.
That was a big issue this last trip.
They were very loud.
Yeah.
But it's much easier if you're on a balcony.
Right. And also when we try to find a cool spot like the Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, now you have families that want to go take a photo and we're sitting there trying to do a live show. Yeah. And so it's like,
get out of our.
I know we get the naughty look. So, so balcony is much easier, and usually, I don't know, it's just much prettier and stuff. I enjoy our balconies, big time. All
right, shall we go on? John and Allison, do you have another balcony you would like to talk about?
Oh, do you know? I think we touched upon it slightly, but I think on our list of places that we've never had the chance to stay in, but it must be it's on the monorail loop again, isn't it? But could you imagine being able to stay at the Grand Floridian and just having, the balconies themselves just look like, I'd even probably sleep on the balcony just to enjoy the view and enjoy the whole ambiance of the place. And I think we've spoken. I think you just mentioned it there about what a balcony actually affords you on a holiday of just sort of the peace, the quiet. We've made a mistake in the past of, we've decided, we went to Art of Animation one year just because the year before we'd been at Saratoga and we basically had been out from park opening until park closing, and we stayed 5 days on site, and during those 5 days we just used it as a hotel room, and you find at the end of that we tend to move to a villa for the rest of the holiday, and you then get to the villa and you think, well, where did those 5 days go? We basically spent it in the park. We could have actually just have gone for the cheap option, find the easiest accommodation on site. So we tried it, and actually it doesn't have that same Disney feel to it, because once you actually accept, you've got a number of days, and like you said, just enjoy taking a bit of space and a bit of time in your day to just soak it up, and that's really where it's sort of a lesson learned for us.
Yeah.
But I'd love to try the Grand Floridian if someone else was paying.
Yeah.
We've never stayed there ourselves, but it definitely we've seen other people staying there and from their balconies, and we've seen it. It definitely looks like such an awesome spot. Have any of you guys stayed at the Grand Floridian?
No.
It's one of the few we haven't stayed at. Yeah.
It's kind of an off limits thing, isn't it? You start putting a holiday together, and certainly when we start planning, you start thinking, oh well, maybe a night. Then you look at the price and you think, no, not this time.
Yeah.
Not when I can get for like 4 nights in somewhere like the Yacht Club.
Yeah.
We justify that too. We look at the price and say, gosh, for $500 a night, that's a whole lot of cocktails we could have.
I think we were our next trip was booked at the Grand Floridian.
Well, no, it was booked at the Contemporary.
And then it got changed to the Grand Floridian.
Yeah, they're refurbishing the Contemporary. So Disney called us up and said, how would you feel about staying at the Grand Floridian? And we said, okay. But then we got to talking and we're like, well, we could stay somewhere else, save half the money, and eat better food and have better cocktails. We ended up
offering you to pay for just to move you.
Yeah, they were going to do a lateral move, so we wouldn't have to pay the difference.
Yeah.
But still, at the Contemporary, it was around $500 a night that we were going to.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So because it was just Bob and I going for the weekend. So we decided to go ahead and move to Coronado Springs at the Grand Destino Tower, and it was half the price.
Oh wow!
So,
I've heard so many good things about Grand Destino Tower.
It's beautiful.
I love the Grand Destino.
It's beautiful.
And I
The
just
only thing it doesn't have is a balcony.
It doesn't have balconies. That's the only drawback from the Grand Destino, but everything else is just amazing and lovely. And
we never even walked in there.
Not yet.
No.
I've only heard good things, and that's certainly a place to go on the list for the future, because I think it's in a way it's one of those little hidden gems that people, it's just because I think probably because of timing as well, and the closures of the park and so on, and I think it's sort of its opening has gone sort of under the radar for so many people.
Right. Yeah, but it's for a moderate resort, it feels like a deluxe resort.
It does feel like a deluxe.
It's beautiful. The lobby's beautiful. They've got great bars and restaurants, and it's big, so they've got lots of choices.
Yeah, you could just sit downstairs in the Barcelona lounge and it's almost as good as sitting at a balcony, honestly, because it's just that luscious.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And great views because they have like floor to ceiling, windows in their lobby. So
really,
yeah.
I was always under the impression it was more like business people go there. Like it's almost
Conventions.
like for conventions and stuff like that. I always thought it was that type of a hotel.
They do have a convention center. We've never been there when they've had a convention.
And if they did, we didn't know it.
Yeah,
So.
we didn't know it. The cool thing about the big windows, if you get a lakeside view, you get to see the backside of Everest.
Oh.
So you can see Expedition Everest and Animal Kingdom, but you get to see the train, going up. So, but you see the backside of the mountain, which you never see, when you're in the park. So we kind of enjoy that, even though it's not outside. They're big windows.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yes, the WNBA is staying there right now.
Okay.
There's a lot of tall women.
Okay. How about you, Stephen and Sarah? Do you have another one you want to talk about? We're coming up on
Boulder Ridge.
Oh yeah, Boulder Ridge.
Boulder Ridge. We stayed there, and again we were ground floor, weren't we? But the grounds there is just unbelievable. I think the grounds at the Boulder Ridge, just round the corner from Copper Creek, isn't it? You go round the corner to Copper Creek, and it's got one of my favourite places to sit of an evening. Geyser Point.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that place because you can get the first start of the water parades, and you can just see the fireworks coming over Bay Lake Tower, which is an experience as well.
Mm-hmm.
Them balconies are pretty good size. Well, even though we were on the ground floor, we had the lawn, didn't we?
Yeah.
But the balconies, when you looked at them, they were actually a good size as well.
See, what I liked, the one thing I did like about being on the ground floor at Boulder Ridge is I'm up much earlier than these. I'm quite an early bird. So to sit outside with your coffee and all the little rabbits were just free roaming in front, it was just so relaxing. It was we were right in front of the cabins.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, it was a really nice.
Yeah, it was lovely.
We had a good one, didn't we?
And we were only 5 yards from the pool.
Yeah.
The private pool.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
It was actually perfect. Yeah.
Has
Yes.
anybody here seen the Disney cats yet? Have you ever seen Disney
I've
cats?
seen Disney cats at Disneyland,
But not at Disney
at
World.
Disney World.
Yeah.
We've seen
We're lucky to see them
twice.
twice, and
Two different
it's
trips,
amazing.
right?
They're cool looking.
Yeah, you would think that they would be I don't know, just like tiger cats, because that seems to be the most common.
Tabby cat.
But it would be like the coloring on them. It would be as if they were your pet. It was just so strange to see like a black and white one, or like an
Jumping out of a
orange
bush in a
one.
park.
You
It's
know,
just weird. Yeah,
yeah, they look like they should be someone's pets, and
it's funny.
yeah,
All right,
yeah, that
I'm
was
sorry.
really
That just
cool.
came to mind when
The
you mentioned
Disney
the
bunnies.
and
I
stuff.
love seeing the bunnies. We always look for the bunnies.
We've seen a lot of wildlife at Wilderness Lodge.
Yeah, snakes.
Snakes, rabbits, squirrels.
Yeah.
Is that the kitty that was in the luggage?
No.
This
No,
is
okay,
Angus.
I can only see her head. Okay, yeah, the other ones with the.
That's
yeah,
Angus.
yeah, I love that one.
But no, the one that was in the luggage, that was Blaze. He wanted to go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
we
that color.
the two boys went looking for the snakes at Boulder Ridge because they have that little bit of a creek going through the middle between the Boulder Ridge villas and the cabins. And they have a little sign up, watch out for gators and snakes. So we went for a little hunt to see if we could find any, but unfortunately we couldn't see any.
We were there once and they pulled a huge, big black snake out of the bushes
Yeah, right by Geyser Point.
right by Geyser Point. And it was massive. It was probably 6 feet long.
Yeah,
wasn't
but
it?
we've seen one by the creek too. We actually filmed that one.
We did. It was little. He was smaller,
It
but
was smaller, but
Yeah.
I've seen several things at
We
Wilderness.
had one at the Caribbean beach. We're in one of like the small pools,
uh-huh.
and a snake was going by. Remember, everyone was freaking out.
Yeah, everyone was
So
freaking out.
so I ran and called because everyone was just freaking out over it. And by the time they came, it
That
was
was a
gone.
good size one too.
That was a good
It
size
was like
snake.
23 feet.
Yeah, it was.
23 feet. Wow.
Whoa.
It was big. It was
An
big.
anaconda?
It was big. It wasn't a baby snake, you know. No one said, "Oh, look at the cute
Have you
baby
ever
snake."
seen anaconda? It was pretty big.
It was
I
a
would
good
say
size
it's probably
snake.
like 4 feet.
Yeah, it was a good
5
size
feet, yeah.
snake. So.
There's a couple of big bison at Boulder Ridge.
Yeah. Covered in grass.
Covered in grass.
Yeah.
They haven't moved for a while, have they?
I missed
we
those
had a snake experience one time we went to Narcoossee's. And when you sort of you get dressed up and you think, just walking in, and it's like you just said, there's that everyone else seems to go into a panic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just like, and it's just like, and there was this black snake just sort of crossing our path. Yeah. And you're just like, okay, this is being in the UK. That's a novel experience. I should have had the camera out. And I missed photo opportunity. I was gutted.
Snakes freak me out.
Yeah, same here. But it's everyone else's reactions. I thought I would be bad with the snake, but it's everyone else, and it's just like it surprised me in a way, because I would have presumed if people see a lot more of the Floridian wildlife than we do, you'd kind of be hardened to it, but it didn't seem to be that way.
It's probably because they're not from Florida.
Yeah.
It was funny because I think one or two people had just come out of the restaurant, and their first reaction was to go scurry back in and try and get somebody from the desk to come and do something about it. I don't know what you expect somebody to do about a snake. I really don't, because it's you're not going to start having a fight with it, are you?
No.
No.
It's not the snakes that bother me. It's the Disney gators that'll bother me.
Yeah.
I'd want to go the other way.
Yeah, I think that's one of the 2 times when we've been golfing, and certainly when the boys were a little younger, because it's natural instinct as a golfer, isn't it? When you hit your ball into the trees, you go and find it. Not in Florida, you don't. Leave it be. Don't bother putting a foot in the water to just go and see. It's not worth it. It only cost a couple of dollars. Let's leave it, boys. It was just sort of.
Gilmore.
Yeah.
Armadillos are pretty cool to see on the road too. Those are cool things to see.
Yeah.
Armadillos. All right. Excuse me. That's tickle. You have one more you wanted to mention? That I don't know if anyone's.
Yeah, one that we haven't mentioned yet is Riviera. Actually, it has some really cool balcony views. We had a room that looked out onto the quiet pool, and you could see the Skyliner over to the right, and it was beautiful, especially at nighttime. Sitting outside, you could kind of see the Skyliner, kind of going. It was super peaceful and quiet.
It was very quiet.
The Riviera grounds are really, really pretty.
Very pretty.
Was that side overlooking the Caribbean beach side?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. You could see Caribbean Beach kind of across the lake.
Across the lake. Yeah, because we were like above the pool.
Okay.
Yeah, we've seen some vlogs on those balconies too. They look super awesome.
Yeah, it looks lovely.
It's beautiful. The resort itself, I think it has more outside than inside. It's mostly a lot of rooms, and the common spaces inside are
very
small. But I think they maybe designed it so that they wanted people to be outside more often, because the lawns are beautiful, and the pools are beautiful. So,
and there's a lot of stuff to do outside. You can play bocce ball and all sorts of stuff there. So,
did you guys do Topolino's?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So how's that compared to the California Grill? How do those two compare? Because they're both rooftops, and both viewing areas outside, right?
They are. Yeah.
I think I'm liking Topolino's better than California Grill right now.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of winning, right? I mean, they're both still great. Don't get us wrong. They're both wonderful, but right now Topolino's is kind of winning out just a little bit.
It's a little more quiet. And
California Grill's kind of loud.
Yeah, California Grill can get very loud and busy. Like it's very more frantic atmosphere.
Yeah.
Topolino's is very laid back and chill, and it's quiet. And I mean, the food compared, they're just as good.
They're just different because Italian and then California
like kind
Grill.
of French Riviera, Spanish Riviera kind of food. You know, they have a little more. Yeah, the California Grill. We were there. California Grill. How long ago?
Last trip we went to the bar.
Oh yeah, that was a cool place to go. But we ate at Topolino's too, and I was thinking, I really like Topolino's better.
Wow. Okay.
Right.
I forgot about the Riviera.
It's on my radar.
Yeah.
I want to try that one.
I remember when they were building it and they took away the 2 Korean beach
Yeah.
places. I was like, I can't believe they're doing this. They're gonna ruin the whole view. And it's like, what are they thinking?
Turned out all right.
But it is a nice resort, nice looking resort.
So the last one I wanted to talk about for balconies is Boardwalk.
Boardwalk, yeah.
Boardwalk.
We were saving that one for you. I knew that. I knew you wanted to talk about Boardwalk.
I think everybody in the universe knows our favorite hotel. The resort is the Boardwalk. And the last time we stayed there, this was in August, and we were lucky enough. We originally had a standard view, but the room wasn't ready yet. So Stacy sweet talked her way for an upgrade.
I got the violin out and I'm like, we've been driving for 24 hours and we're dead tired.
Anyway, you can give us
and
a
the
room.
room is not
that's
ready. We really need it.
So the person went and talked to the manager of the room people, and
Yeah,
was
the
like,
cleaning
"Oh, we got
people,
one."
I
So we
think.
got upgraded to over to the pool view, but we're high up enough where we can see Hollywood Studios and the Dolphin and Swan.
Nice.
And the pool view. It was a sweet
You could
view.
see, yeah, you could see
That
everything.
was an awesome view.
Yeah, that was
So
pretty
if
good.
you're not going to have, like, imagine if we've never had an actual boardwalk view, the boardwalk and Epcot and
We've never.
the other ones, the Yacht and Beach Club. If we're not going to have that view, I prefer to have the view that we had.
Yeah.
But hopefully in the future, sometime we can have one of the actual boardwalk and Crescent Lake and the Yacht and Beach Club.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I think if I had to pick between the boardwalk and the Animal Kingdom for just their balconies, I would pick Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I know you would.
But yeah, boardwalk is our go-to just because of the convenience of the 2 parks. So that's why.
Boardwalk can be a little loud on the boardwalk view
It can. We splurged for a club level boardwalk view
once, and it was people outside can get kind of loud.
Yeah.
Really? And
Yeah.
that's open till like 2 a.m. or something, right? Sometimes or
It was pretty
Yeah,
late.
it was late. It was like 10, 11 o'clock. So
I mean, it was cool. It was really cool to see the action and stuff going on, you know, kind of in the evening time. But when you're ready to go to bed and there's people down, you know, on the boardwalk,
because they're
hooping and
tables
hollering.
were sitting outside
Yeah.
and they're out there, enjoying. I mean, it's great. They enjoy the boardwalk. It's awesome, but
Yeah.
It was just a little louder.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't horrible.
No,
I
it-
actually was kind of comical because there was like I guess a UK.
It was a soccer game.
Then they were watching a football game.
Yeah.
and they were really going crazy.
They're having a good time.
Being us.
There's these guys over here.
It could have been It was like a dad and a young daughter. They were really getting after it. So
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I love it. It's cool. I've done that. So
A few years ago, Bob, we watched the Liverpool game in the ESPN lounge.
Mm.
Against Dortmund. It was the semi-final of a European trophy, and we won. And the noise got that loud. The chef ran out with his knives, wondering what was going on.
Oh, yeah, that's funny.
It was such a good, so loud, but it was such a good
It was.
atmosphere.
You had a lot of Liverpool fans in there, and they were all singing the songs and making a lot of noise.
I bet that was fun.
that's fun though.
That's
We had a standard view that overlooked the canal that went back towards Hollywood Studios.
Oh yeah,
one
that was
time
nice too.
And that was really pleasant. It was very relaxing.
that's a nice side. I like that side of the
Yeah.
hotel too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, guys, it's like 11:58. So you want to do a quick run around of what you got coming up on your channel? You want to start, John?
Yeah, we've got brand new podcast out on Monday, March podcast. We've just finished. We had an interview with Big Fat Panda on Friday night. That's coming out middle of the month. And on Wednesday evening, we are talking all things Animal Kingdom extinct attractions. Now, it's following on. We did Epcot last week. We did Magic Kingdom a few weeks ago. But I'm thinking Wednesday night might be a bit tricky because Animal Kingdom doesn't have a whole lot that's extinct. So it's just going to be me talking about the Nemo show, basically. I'm prone to do an awful lot. So, but that's Wednesday. And
One of the
it's,
things that I miss from Animal Kingdom that's extinct now is Camp Mini Mickey.
yeah.
Remember that? The
We've got
kids
some lovely photos of the boys when they were little. And
yeah.
it was a beautiful place to actually go. It was really that walk across from the park, it was, I don't know, so I miss it. Although they made up for it when they put Pandora in there, because that's just mind blowing. If you look at what it was, what's there now is just the most amazing bit of detail. You're gonna ask me for a date here now, aren't you? Oh, dear me.
All right, guys, we gotta do your, before we forget. Now you gotta come up with a date that you think the Tron ride is gonna open up to the public. You each get a guess, because Allison might win and might want bragging rights. So, so what date? Now, be specific. What date do you think it's going to be open to the public? The Tron ride in Magic Kingdom.
I think it'll be just before Thanksgiving. Probably about the 20th of November.
November 20th of this year.
Yes.
Of 2021. Okay. Now, John, what do yours guess?
Ooh. Since we get two guesses, I can play a bit of the game here. Now, I'll take the long game on this one, and I'm going to be the pessimistic view from the pessimistic Evertonian. I'll go for the 5th of May, 2022.
Ooh, May 5th.
Whoa,
That's our anniversary.
That's
All
pretty.
All right.
and we'll probably be there.
So good luck with that. Those guesses. I know that some people have already. You had the luck of being able to make a guess in today's time. Yeah, the current situation. So some people did not have any idea.
Yeah.
Steve and Sarah, what have you got coming up on your channel?
Well, we've got our live show on Wednesdays, haven't we? Tonight, we've got yourself, Charlie, and John on tonight with us as well, doing the football show. Disney Does Football kind of show. We've got a few things in the pipeline, like, our top 10s and stuff like that, that we want to do, our top 10s of the park. But we haven't done a vlog for a long, long time. We've just been doing lives lately. But yeah, the Wednesday night at, what time is it? 9 p.m. innit? 9 p.m. GMT. I think, was it 4 p.m. over where you guys are, Eastern?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, so that's on a Wednesday evening. Just like to say thank you to James as well for the wonderful comments he put in the chat before. Thank you, James.
Yeah.
James is awesome.
He is.
We've been lucky enough to meet up with him a couple times down in Disney World now, and he is nothing but awesome. And I mean, he is so great with Avery, and he's a great ride partner, and he's we've eaten out with him a couple times, and he's awesome.
He's wonderful. Yes.
So James,
We need a James Ryan.
Yeah.
Don't we?
Yeah.
So James, for always being so kind.
Yeah.
He is.
Such lovely words for us. We really do appreciate it.
thanks, James, from all of us.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you guys got coming up, Bob and Kelly?
This coming Wednesday, we have a massive Disney haul coming up from our most recent trip. They were offering 30% annual pass
that was
discount,
dangerous. Yeah.
and full advantage of that. So we have a big haul coming up on Wednesday. Friday, Food and Booze Friday. We're not sure what we're gonna do yet, but we just started our travel vlog series for our February trip today.
Yeah.
So that will continue on
and we
Sundays.
have a live stream Friday night.
Yeah, live stream Friday night. It's DVC chat.
And we're doing a live stream with Em and
with
John
Em
on
and
Sunday.
John on Sunday the 7th.
What time on Friday?
Friday it is 6:30 our time, 8:30 your time. I'm not even going to tell you what that is UK time. It's like 1:30 in the morning. 1:30 in the morning, yeah.
1:30 in the morning. They'll be up. They'll be up.
I'm looking up because I want to come and watch that. I like anything ZVC. On a little chat like that. I don't know how much we'll interact because, like I said, we are up and morning. So we'll either be really, really tired or really, really drunk.
And that's okay.
We might be too.
We might be
Right. You want to say what we're going to coming up, or do you have anything coming up?
We do. Monday we have Monday we have our drive home. Oh, not drive home. Our travel day home from our December trip. So we have that on Monday, and then I'm working on, now that I got the December trip all done.
What is going on?
I don't know. We're hearing an echo.
A little echoey.
Yeah, that's weird. And then I'm working on finishing up the August trip because we stopped doing the August videos because we ended up having the November and December. So I'm gonna go back up to where we ended so far for August, and then we've been doing a lot of shorts every day. So that's been fun.
Anybody who's been watching our shorts, thank you so much.
Yes,
we
we
don't know
appreciate
why they're really kicking butt, and thank
Yeah.
you.
Good for you guys, though. That's awesome.
We're shocked though. It's like I mean, for us, it's great. You know, it's like
Yeah.
everyone seems like everyone's hitting like 600 or at least or more or
Yeah,
whatever. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
But thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
And anything else?
No, then we have our live show on Wednesday night, 7 p.m.
Yep.
We don't know what we're doing though, do we?
Not yet.
No.
I have a list. I was brainstorming, so I have a whole list for I'll
is it
cover
the-
at least the next couple of weeks. Yes. So,
Okay, I just found the list.
and hopefully we'll have some more friends on our future shows.
Yes, I
and-
enjoy having people on our show.
Yes. Thank you all for being with us
Yes.
today. It's been awesome.
Well,
And
thanks for asking.
Yeah, thanks for asking. And we always enjoy with you guys being on your show.
awesome. Thanks. Anything else we want to mention?
No, I think that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Don't forget to check out deanattheliveplace.com. He has a whole list of all the family-friendly live streamers out there. Some other friends of ours. Jim, more sunshine, please. Mouse Talk, go check them out. D&G Explorers, and the Philly crew, and as well as a bunch of others listed on theliveplace.com. So go check them out and check out our guest channels.
Yes.
And if anybody has any sympathy for me and John and Steven, come check us out at 5:00. So we're not talking to ourselves by ourselves. It's football, but we assign Disney heroes and villains to the Premier League football teams.
Oh, that's cool.
And hopefully Liverpool will actually win this week. Hopefully. All right. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate every single one of you, and we will see you next time. Don't forget to do your duty.
It's a big duty.